So on the 26th of September 2024, Nigerians will converge at the Nigeria House in New York for our side event. The side event is about the future of work, because we know that by the year 2030, 30 million jobs will be obsolete. How do we ensure that those people in those 30 million jobs have decent work in the future? And these are conversations that we're about to have. We've invited our international colleagues, counterparts from different countries that are going through the same transition or have been through similar transitions, and how are they mitigating it? How are they dealing with this particular challenge, or how are they preparing their workforce for the future? So on that day, it's Nigerians meeting with international thought leaders to discuss these pertinent topics and see how we can together forge a way forward or forge a way through the future of work and the challenges or bottlenecks that it may present. So we're talking about government, we're talking about private sector, and we're also talking about our CSOs as well, coming together to think about what are the policies, what are the initiatives, what's the framework for navigating this particular new waters. I feel conversations like this are being had on global stages, and frameworks are being drafted up to mitigate this particular challenge. So, as you know, the three need to work hand in hand. There are different benefits that each sector brings to the ecosystem, with the government providing the enabling environment, with the private sector driving, and with the CSO assisting and supporting. This is where we find this synergy between the three sectors. No sector can go it alone. The government can't do it alone. Private sector can't do it alone, and neither can the CSOs. So there has to be a synergy between all three sectors. We've seen a lot of different types of renewable initiatives and renewable energy projects springing up. This is something that has been going on for a long while, but most of us have only been in the know of the solar energy or the inverter systems. But this whole sector is evolving. We're seeing new technologies coming in day by day. We're seeing Nigeria adopting and adapting some of these new technologies. And all we can expect is for it to continue to flourish. But what we need now is to get more young or able, members of the able workforce to upskill themselves in this particular area, so that we don't just become users of technology, but we begin to create our own different types of innovation. Nigeria has a bulging youth population. We are brimming at the seams with intellect and with innovative ideas. We just need to harness this. We need to harness this in the right environment. We continue to support and clamor for more co-creation hubs, more collaborative efforts, and just as we said before, the collaboration between the tri-sector as well. As long as we can plug our youth, employable youth, into these particular areas, there are a lot of benefits to be accrued from the green economy in itself. When we're talking about the green jobs, the green finance, the green education, we implore more young people to understand more about it. But they can't begin to clamor for a sector that they don't know anything about. So we have to first of all bring it to them, because they say there's no point winking at a beautiful girl in the dark. We need to ensure that they know what we're talking about and bring this to the table for them to have better interest in it, and for them to be able to harness it better for better quality of life for themselves and for those in their communities. Now is the time we know of a number of restaurants. I'm not going to mention names, but we know a lot of businesses that have boomed during a hardship economy or during a downturn in the economy. And this is now the time to think outside the box. This is the time for for our young people to be innovative. And this is the time for some of them that have been innovative, that their ideas haven't actually been accepted or taken on board or invested in. This is the time for them to now bring these ideas to the table, and I can ensure them that investment will be a lot more. And as well, for everyone, and not just young people, it's also a time to tighten up your belts. There should be no overspending. There should be no living beyond your means. Whatever you can do to curb your expenditure, this is the time to curb your expenditure and ensure that everything you have is being put into creating a better you for your future. AI isn't taking over anybody's job. Jobs are just evolving. So you need to be, you need to be one step ahead of AI. So even when you use, for instance, now we use ChatGPT to come up with, or we use some of these AI platforms. We use some of these AI platforms to come up with text. You have to prompt to get the right type of text. And when it does give you text, you still need to edit. So you still need human personified presence in some of these AI solutions. So be one step ahead of AI. So for instance now, if I was going to look for a job now, I will be that person that feeds your idea into an AI system and helps you recreate and reform it to be exactly what you want. So I'll call myself an AI text recreator, for instance. I've just created a job for myself in the last 20 seconds. So I don't know if those jobs exist actually, but you know, the same with people are using AI to do graphics, for instance now. But you still need to refine it. So I will be your AI refiner if you need one. I'm here.